About that time. It's about that time.
Oh, matchup versus Oumar this week.
Yeah, I know Oumar is 29.5 point favorite. I know the odds aren't in my favor. I know I'm playing against the favorite to win the championship. But boy, Troy Franklin and Broncos defense gave me some hope.
Do me a favor. I was just gonna go win. That's all I need y'all to do.
Why am I having players underperform? They're the superstars.
Ultimate Fantasy Football Hub week number 10 waiver wires. We didn't see as many big names as we have seen in the last few weeks, but we saw a lot of money spent. Let's start it off with some simple moves. Torrey Horton, Jacoby Brissett. Torrey Horton goes to Prince Gruber. Jacoby Brissett gets picked up for Signs of the Lambs, both at $0. And then Chase McLaughlin goes to Signs of the Lambs, $0. And then we see some big moves, like we see a Colston Loveland get added for $10 to Osama. I guess Osama likes what he sees there with Colston Loveland and drops Hollywood Brown. We see JJ McCarthy get added for $6 to Prince Gruber. He's had a lot of injury concerns on his team ever since the Joe Burrow injury happened. Michael Penix gets added for $0 to Timo Marito. Kyami Fairbairn goes to Team Osama. Darius Slayton for $15. Team Gallardo, I guess he likes what he sees there with Darius Slayton. Puts in a lot of fab of his fab budget on Darius Slayton and gets Darius Slayton for $15. And then we see some things like Dalton Schultz get added for $0, and the Bills defense get added, and Tez Johnson for $1 get added to Drew's scary team. But this is the most money we've seen of the week spent, and I guess I didn't put much money on this. Devin Singletary goes to Timo Marito for 25 fab dollars. I guess Timo Marito was a little nervous on expecting a lot of people to go out there and bid highly on that boy Devin Singletary. I guess he liked what he saw of him over Tyrone Tracy on Sunday. We see some other moves like a Luke Musgrave get added for $2, a Marcus Mariota get added, a Will to Team Gallardo, a Will Riker get added to Osama, and then we see a few defenses get added between Team Pirates and Prince Gruber, and then some solid moves to finish it all off. Mark Andrews goes to Prince Gruber for $0, and Amari DeMarcado goes to Team Gallardo for $0. But that's all the waiver wire moves that we had for week 10 of the Ultimate Fantasy Football Hub. Nothing too much crazy. We see some money spent, but it's getting to that time of the year. It's road to the playoffs begins now, and if you find that one guy on waivers, it can change your whole season. But thank y'all. That is the Ultimate Fantasy Football Hub, week number 10 waiver wires. Ultimate Fantasy Football Hub, week number 10. Matchups are juicy this week. A lot of these matchups could go either way. Before we get to the matchups, let's get y'all a glimpse of what's going on right now in the standings. For a sixth week in a row, Team Hall goes 7-2. And still first place in the league. Has 100 more points than the second person in points for this league. Sam gets the big time win last week against Endzone Dogs, where they were both battling. Winner of that game would have got that second place spot, and second place is huge because that's what gets you the second bye in this league. So goes out there, gets that win behind the Broad Barrels, 43 fantasy points. Go watch that video if you missed it. Endzone Dogs versus Drew Scary Team, all both there at third place at 6-3. We see Osama and Dingo District there at 5-4. Both of these teams were two different stratosphere 2 weeks ago. Dingo District was 3-4 2 weeks ago, just fighting for a playoff spot. And Osama was 5-2 2 weeks ago, just trying to go out there and find a way to win an opportunity to getting that first place spot and second place spot. Now he's fighting for his playoff life. Then we got 2-4 Lions. There's a Team Gallardo. They're at 4-5. 3-6 teams right there. Omar Rito, Team Terry, and Signs of the Lambs. Omar Rito's trying to make a push at the playoffs as his team is starting to get healthy, as he gets back a Rasheed Rice and stuff like that. And then Prince Gruber for the number consecutive week, basically since week 1, is at the bottom at 1-8. Let's get to these matchups. First matchup, Jude Scary Team versus Dingo District. Obviously, y'all just seen the standings, so this is a huge matchup between both of these teams right here. This is a Jude Scary team that needs this win. If he gets this win right here, he can basically lock himself as a playoff seeding for the season. Basically goes out there 7-3, and if he can get this win with only 4 more games left to go in the season, he's basically a lock for the playoffs. And this is a Dingo District team that got things rolling 2 weeks ago in week 7. His fantasy football team couldn't even put more than 50 fantasy points on the board. Now he's going a 2-game win streak, gets the rivalry week matchup, gets the matchup against 2-4's Lions this, and now we see him in a situation where he's probably fighting for one of the top 3, top 4 spots in this playoff pool. Can he get this win? I'm gonna put Dingo District at a slight odds. I think we put him at a -7.5 right here over Jude Scary team, and I think we put him at a even money of a -280 plus 280 Jude Scary team. I think Dingo District has what it takes to go out there and get this dub. But Jude Scary team, if he can go out there and get this win, this would be huge. Obviously, he doesn't have Javonte Williams this week, so that's going to help impact him a lot. But we'll see if he can go out there and get this win.
It's about that time. It's about that time. We got to come out here, man. We're about to play Jude Scary team. And that name ain't no joke. He is a scary team. He could easily put up 150 on our heads just like that. But we got to show why we're here to stay, all right? I want y'all to go out there, fight like some dogs, bro. Like the dogs I know y'all is, bro. We got to prove to them. We got to show them week by week why we is not trash. Got to show them week by week. Let's go. Let's get this dub, bro. It's going to be a Sunday night showdown. He got Bo Nix playing today. We got to go out there on Sunday night. We have to shut him out. Lights out. And then we're going to have a Monday night finisher with Saquon on his side of the ball. Come on, guys. I know we got it in us. I know we got it in us. Let's go out there, play the complimentary football like Chase Brown said. Defense. You know what y'all got to do. You know what y'all got to do, all right? I need y'all niggas to pop off. Bills, y'all played them sorry at, I think it's Miami or some shit. You play sorry at Miami, bro. You need to drop at least 15 for me. That's just what it got to be. You got to drop at least 15 for me. Jackson Dart, my rookie. Do what you got to do best. Do what you got to do best. Come on, guys. I need this, bro. I need this. I want it more. It says we're projected to win, but what does that really mean? Projections don't mean shit in this league. So let's go out there. Let's have fun. But also, let's get this dough. Come on. Dingo out.
Next matchup, Team Pirates versus Osama. 2 weeks ago, you looked forward to this matchup, and you were thinking this was probably going to be matchup for the bye week, that second bye, or even that first bye in the standings. Now it's a matchup where Osama needs a win badly. There's a stat out there. Osama has a record of 1-2 when he has Rico Dowdle starting as a running back for the Carolina Panthers. There's been 3 matches where Rico Dowdle has been the starting running back for the Carolina Panthers. He scored 25 in every single one of those. His record in that span, 1-2. Unacceptable for Osama. He's got to get things going. Obviously his team hasn't been had things going as well. Has been on a 2-game loser streak. Is looking for a win desperately, and it's going to be a tough one right here against Team Pirates. A Team Pirates team right here that is a fighting team. Jameer Gibbs, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Devon Achane, Brock Bowers. I think this is a game where Team Pirates, he needs every win he can get, obviously, and his fight for that second bye. And this is an Osama team that needs this win badly. We'll see if he can go out there and get it. I got Team Pirates as a slight favorite to go out there and get this win at a -290, and I think we put him at a solid odds of -8.5 plus 8.5 for Osama. But I think this is a Team Pirates victory that we are probably about to see right here. I think we can put him as a solid favorite as his team has been dominating for most of the season.
We play Muhammad this week. Tough matchup. We'll see what happens. But Mo, if I beat you this week, I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear it. Don't stop with the whatever, bro. Like, who cares? Whatever, bro. Like, shut it down. Anyhow, we'll see what happens. Team Power Nation,
Next matchup, Team Gallardo versus End Zone Dogs. Team Gallardo last week, where his team was basically in a situation where they were fighting for the season. They were 3-5 going against Signs of the Lambs. And his team came out there and they performed 160 fantasy points from his guys. Now he's got to do it again for another week. Can we see what he does? Can he go out there and beat an end zone dogs? And this is an end zone dogs team that is coming from a devastating loss last week, where he was a week ago was fighting for that second place bye basically in the standings. Against Team Pirates, loses to that Brock Bowers 43 fantasy points masterclass. Can he rebound from that performance which he saw? He gets back DeAndre Swift. I believe he's going to have some bye weeks with a T Higgins and a Travis Kelsey, so that's going to impact him. But we'll see if Enzo Dawes still has enough in the tank to go out there and get the win, where much people are not expecting him to go out there and recover. But this is the first time in 6 weeks. If you have listened to this is the first time in 6 weeks where we're making him as the favorite to win this matchup. He hasn't. Yes, it's crazy. He's 6-3, all of that, but he has not been the favorite to win a matchup. And we're going to give him a solid slight nod at -2.5. And I think we put this at even money right here. Both sides at even money, plus at a plus 150 even money. And I think this is a end zone dogs team right here that got to get this win right here, got to rebound from that matchup and get his boys ready. He has Jonathan Taylor and he has Lamar Jackson. We'll see if they take him to the promised land. Omar Rito versus Team Terry. This is a rematch of last year's championship, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, these were the two teams in the championship last year, and this is not a matchup where it was like it was one team was way. This was a matchup that came within 6-5 points in the championship game, and now a season later, a year later, these two teams are 3-6, just trying to find a way not to do the dare in the Ultimate Fantasy Football Hub right now. This is a right here. Where we see a Timo Morito team that's starting to get healthy again, but he does lose a Jaden Daniels last week. He has the Rashee Rice bye week. Alvin Kamara, I mean not Alvin Kamara, but some of his guys haven't been performing to the ability that they should be performing at. But this is a guy that gets the AJ Brown back from the bye week. Is going to see if Ashton Jetty can continue it, who his first round pick is. And this is a Team Pirate team that's just looking for some life support, looking for some breathing, looking for some help. A Team Terry that a few weeks ago was 3-2 and has been on a 4-game losing streak ever since. Can he get things going again? I think we put Omar Rito as a favorite in this matchup. I think we put him as like a -3.5, and I think we put him at a solid -115 plus 115. Team Terry. I think this could go either way. I think Team Terry could go out there and get this win, and if he can go out there and get this win, and get show why he deserved to win that championship last season, that would be huge. But this is a rematch for the championship, and I did not think we would be talking about both of these teams as 3-6 right now.
All right, Team Terry back in. Matchup versus Omar this week. I'm predicting that's gonna be a high scoring week. I'm starting to get my players back from the bye weeks, and Omar's got a great team. Me and Omar date back since like 3 years now. I've always dominated him, but me and him are both struggling this season, and we'll see how it goes. A lot of respect to Omar's team. A lot of respect to Omar. He's a great manager. He's a great player. I mean, he's got some great players on his team. I got some great players. It's gonna be a great matchup, and I expect to come out with a W. We've been needing one. We haven't had a W in a long time, and I think we can do it. But it's gonna be tough. Omar's a great team. Omar has a great team. Team Terry up, bro.
Prince Gruber versus Silence of the Lambs. This right here is a huge matchup for both sides. I mean, this is a Prince Gruber that's just trying to find some life support, and this is a Silence of the Lambs team that's trying to find themselves outside of the toilet bowl. I mean, Silence of the Lambs, with all the injuries he's had to deal with a Bucky Irving, with having CD injury at the start of the season, and now he doesn't have Bucky this week. He doesn't have CD this week due to the bye week. This is a big time matchup. Gets the Roma Dunes 0 points last week. This is a big time matchup for Silence of the Lambs. He's just trying to get a win right now. Just trying to get a win, trying to get some momentum, and a win this week without Mahomes on the bye week, without CeeDee Lamb on the bye week, with no Bucky Irvin. If he could get this win this week and then get his guys back after next week going into this, he could make a big time playoff push. But you can't drop this one to a 1-8 Prince Gruber squad that's just trying to look for some hope. And this is a Prince Gruber squad that hasn't even been looking that bad. You've seen some pretty great glimpses every once in a while this week, but his team just hasn't put it together to have some wins this season. We'll see what happens. I think we put Signs of the Lamb as a solid favorite at minus I think we put him at a solid favorite at -2, and at -2.5, I think. And I think we put him at even money right here between Prince Gruber and Signs of the Lambs. And then Team Hoggle versus 2 Force Lions. This is the championship, champion 2 years ago. Third place last season against the favorite to win the championship this season. The battle of the Lions in the Ultimate Fantasy Football Hub. And I think this right here is a matchup where we need to see 2 Force Lions dance really show his great manager skills, because it's going to take it all in order to win this matchup against a Team Hoggle team that is stacked with Drake London, with Trey McBride, with Christian McCaffrey, with Josh Allen, with Jalen Warren. Got just different punches on this team. Can he go out there and pull up the upset? I don't think we're expecting it. I think this is going to be the highest spread of the season. I'm putting Team Hoggle at a -29.5, ladies and gentlemen. Highest spread of the season, -29.5. I'm expecting Team Hoggle to go out there and dominate 2 Force Lions dance. This should not be a close matchup. But if 2 Force Lions dance can pull off this upset somehow, some way, this would probably be the biggest upset in the history of fantasy football, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest upset in the history of fantasy football. If that boy 2 Force Lions this can go out there and put it. I just don't see it. I think we put Team Hoggle -29.5. And I think we put him at a money of -750. And if you bet on 2 Force Lions this to go out there, I think we put 2 Force Lions at +750. You bet on him to go out there, you have an opportunity to win a bunch of money. But Team Hoggle, the favorite to win the championship right now, has been dominating the whole season. Can he continue his dominance this week?
Big time match of this week against Team Hoggle. If we get the win, I guess it's cool, but I'm not expecting us to do anything crazy. This, man, that loss last week, bro, it hurt a man, bro. Really had me out there making decisions, thinking about life in a bigger and stronger aspect, thinking about how I can improve better on myself, what I can do better. And to be honest with you, if you want the CeeDee Lambs of the world, or the Bucky Irvins of the world, if you want to make a trade with me, go ahead and make it where this week for me is basically a loss week. I'm not expecting anything crazy this week. If we go out there, get the win, this is the biggest win in the history of our organization. But I'm not expecting us to go out here and win this matchup. I think the spread was at -20.5 or something like that. Yeah. Just go out there, have fun. I'm not expecting us to do anything crazy. But if we go out there and we win this game, whoop-de-doo, I guess. But I'm not expecting it, bro. This might be a massacre.
But yes, that is it for Week 10 matchups in the Ultimate Fantasy Football Hub. We'll see what happens. We have some big-time matchups coming up. The standings are cluttered. I mean, we have playoffs on the line, and every week matters. So big-time matchups, we'll see what happens in the Ultimate Fantasy Football Hub, BYC Fantasy Football League, whatever you want to call it, week number 10.
Bowers only has 4 fantasy points. Why am I having players underperform that are superstars? Man, this is tough game. This is tough. Hopefully it gets better, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. See you guys.
I just want to come over here and say thank you, Bo Nix. You really did me a favor. Now we're just gonna go win. That's all I need y'all to do. Go out there and win. Bo Nix dropped a stinker. Brock Bowers did absolutely nothing for Sam Couts. I love to see it. Hate watching it at its finest. Just go out there. Get that dub. Let's go. Dingo out.
Yeah, I know I'm a -29.5 point favorite. I know the odds aren't in my favor. I know I'm playing against the favorite to win the championship. But boy, Troy Franklin and Broncos defense gave me some hope. That boys gave me some hope. And I was just thinking to myself, what if I did pull off the upset? What if my team was 5-5 going after this matchup? What if I did beat the team that everybody hyped up in this league to be basically we might as well just give them the championship already. What if I did pull this one off right here? What if I did pull this one off? Now, I know it's crazy. Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey, this is going to be tough. But just saying, what if I did pull it off? What if I did? Troy Franklin Broncos defense, I expected Justin Herbert. I'm expecting big time performances. Kenneth Walker, can he give me one good week? Man, if I win this week, nobody in this league gonna want to see me, want to hear me, and want to mess with me.